Let's take another call. Our talkback line open, 1800 316 316. Cindy is on the line from Benalla. Hello, Cindy. Welcome.
Hello. I heard you mention the Mormons. Is it Seventh-day Adventist in the same box as them? Because since Jimmy Swaggart's been on TV and I've been getting a lot of that Pentecostal teaching, which I used to get off one of the other churches I went to, she's got a DVD at the end of it that says you can look it up on the net that there's a few things they're a bit off track on. So there's that question, because I've switched over to the Lutheran church, but they're a bit boring. They've only got 20 people left and they're all in their 80s. Anyway, so second question is...
Hang on, just before your second question, deal with this one really quickly because I think the Seventh-day Adventists would be a little bit offended to be in the same boat as the Mormons and maybe vice versa.
Sounds like you need to start you as the leader of the youth group in the Lutheran Church. Okay, when you look at the SDAs, they've had a radical change in the past 30 or 40 years, but they would certainly not fit in the same category as the Mormons of having their extra book. They may have a few extra people like Ellen G. White and things like that who really have some wonky ideas. Hate to say it to you Seventh-day Adventists, but you need to double check all of the things that your woman prophet and things like that got really accepted. Now, you will find that the two groups have an interesting history in the past 30 years. One group is moving back towards salvation by grace with no works. The other group is still in the old legalistic Seventh-day Adventist traditional view where the law is something that has to be kept. So you must meet on a Saturday because the Jews met on a Saturday, and that was God's rule back in Exodus and Deuteronomy, right? But the others have said, no, we're not saved by what we do, we're saved by what Jesus did. Now let me make a prediction. The second lot, who are a much more recent group here in Australia, because they're the ones who asked me to come and preach for them, right? The other ones won't have anything to do with John Mackay, the creation guy, because he's emphatic that we now worship on a Sunday because that's the day the Lord made, and we'll be glad and rejoice in Him, right? That's the reason why Christians meet on the seventh day, on the first day of the week, rather. And I predict that if they keep going, they'll end up first of all being Seventh-day Baptists, right, and then they'll end up being Baptists, right? And so you'll find that if that keeps going and the Holy Spirit keeps working in their hearts, they will end up being what they were in the first place.